legends of Christmas. And here are two people on my naughty list, Neil and Chris.
Hello and welcome to Urban Legends, the 12 Legends of Christmas, the mini-series where we look at Christmas legends from across the world, Europe mainly. We've been trapped here 10 days now, and we are very much missing our pillow wives. So today we decided it was going to be ladies' night in the bunker, and I am Chris Flynn, and with me in the bunker is Playboy, Mr.
Neil Herbert.
Hi, Neil. So it's ladies' night. Boo, 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 boo. And we've
Remind me how this concept works again, Chris?
Well, we've drawn pictures of the silhouettes of ladies on the wall for us to speak to while we're dancing around.
Is this any different from any Friday night?
Ladies drink free. Well, we haven't got our pillow wives, have we? I'm for one missing mine. How about you?
Looking jealously on.
I mean, you two have got separate bedrooms now, anyway, haven't you?
Yeah, didn't work out.
It's not been working out. She's threatening to take the cushions, isn't she, in the divorce?
Yeah, I'm paying alimony basically to my pillow wife.
She's turned the cushions against me. That's what you said, didn't you, when you came out of court? So we're trying to make things a bit more lively in here. So we've got some songs we're going to listen to. Going to listen to some Backstreet Boys.
Nice.
Listen to some
Backstreet's back tonight. Apparently.
It is. Doom, 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 doom. The ladies like that one, don't they? Going to listen to some Bill Withers. That'll be good.
Nice. I thought you were going to say some Cisco there.
Yeah, we're going to listen to some Cisco.
It was time for some Cisco.
Always time for some Cisco. Maybe a bit of Drew Hill as well, if the DJ fancies it. I'm the DJ, and I do fancy it.
Well, you are putting on all the music, so...
Putting on the music, off my phone.
I did request a long list of Tom Waits and Nick Cave songs, but not been honoured, I see.
Not for ladies' night, Neil. That's the stuff you listen to go to sleep before your night terrors.
Crying in the corner night. It's very similar to me.
Every night's been crying in the corner night. But yeah, ladies drink for free.
The heart wants, Chris.
Ladies drink for free, so I'll be pouring some toilet wine onto their poorly realised faces, which have drawn on the wall.
We're dangerously low on toilet wine. We've only got another 300 litres. So we can be wasting.
Although it's a couple of days at least.
Yeah. Well, so.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll brighten our spirits up. Hopefully it'll encourage us to push through and get some more toilet wine down our neck so we can get another 14, 15 hours sleep.
I know you're not Dr. Chris, but if I can push my teeth around my mouth
not
like
a human
this,
doctor.
does that look like scurvy, do you think? Or
I think you're probably fine.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe we'll add some more sif into the lemon sif into the toilet wine.
Yeah, because there'll be citrus there, won't it? That'll ward off.
It should ward off the scurvy, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and
you goddamn limeys.
Indeed.
That's what they call us.
Oh, bless them.
Bless them. That's all you've got. Right. So, Neil, I don't know about you, but I've been thinking that we haven't had any from these scissored isles on which we live. Any legend so far?
No, that is true. Of all the 12 days of whatever.
Have you been thinking that? Or have you just been thinking about killing me in my sleep?
Just more of the latter, really.
That's fair enough. I deserve
Thinking, obsessing over,
drawing plans,
lucid dreaming,
leaving crude drawings around the place of how you're going to do it.
Hints,
staring at me while I'm sleeping, pretending to sleep, should I say? So we are going to look at a Welsh legend today, which is quite a crazy one. And it's the Mary Lwyd, spelled L-W-Y-D. Lwyd, maybe.
Yeah.
Mary Lwyd. And it's a kind of horse-headed demon's Christmas spirit.
Oh, nice. So does Mary have a horse's head?
Yes. Yes, a horse's skull head.
So this is kind of like a Welsh ancient kind of like Ghost Rider. Well, the skull's not on fire, to be fair, but kind of, and she's not riding a motorbike, but
isn't she? Isn't it?
But a horse is like old school motorbike, isn't it?
Yes, a horse.
And how do we know the skull's not on fire?
We don't know that, and also she dresses in a leather jacket like Nick Cage.
I think Stan Lee's got some answering to do.
Yeah, God rest his soul.
Yeah.
So,
or the Lee estate, I guess.
Yeah, we'll go for them instead.
Do you reckon they've still got a load of those Marvel movies that they've done the cameos?
No, it's finished now.
Oh, all done now. Oh, okay.
They're probably just CGI and.
Well, exactly. Yeah, they can just do that now.
Like Yoda.
You know, horrific contribution to cinema.
Baby Stan Lee will be in the new series of Daredevil.
Well, I saw one of those ones, and they did like Peter. It's not Peter. Is it Peter Cushing?
Right.
I don't know what he plays something in one of them stories, and it was like he was like looking out of a glass, and you could just sort of see the reflection of his face. And I was like, well, that's quite good. That's just quite subtle, isn't it? You know, that's a nice little nod. No, turns around, CGI horror.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really. Well, I don't know.
I'm just saying, you know, you could use those things more subtly, I would say, and it might be all right, but it just seems a bit disrespectful to me that you just like.
If
you're Bruce Willis and you've sold your image for like, you know,
get a dead person to act in films after they're dead.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
I mean, it's a sort of digital necromancy, isn't it?
Yeah, as well. That's like when they did at Coachella when they had Tupac
as a hologram,
yeah, which is like the first time they did that. Yeah. No, he's dead, isn't he? I'm sure
Hendrix and Joe Strummer up there. Karl Marx advertising Coca-Cola.
Well, this is the thing, is that this is what they're worried about with all the deep fake stuff, that you can just fucking get anyone to say anything now.
I mean, we'll get to that point, won't it? Well, let's face it. To be honest, it doesn't matter, does it? Because people don't believe basic fucking facts anymore, anyway. So,
Neil, my truth is that no, that doesn't exist. Yeah. You can't say my truth. You can say your opinion, your feeling, or your belief, but you can't say your truth, because truth is an empirical thing, which is anyway.
Well, I think you'll find, according to David Hume. Anyway, let's not get into that.
So, the Mary, how did you say it? Lwyd? No, I would say.
I'm just wondering, because it's like played Cymru, isn't it? Is it Y? Is it Y in the?
It's LWYD.
I'm not sure. I'm just thinking it might be Lwyd. I don't know.
I'll say Lwyd. Okay.
I don't know. I might be well off piece there, so apologies, Welsh listeners.
Yeah, apologies. In the darkest month of the Welsh year, a white horse appears. The mysterious, menacing Mary Lwyd. Jude Rogers steps into one of Wales' most eerie midwinter traditions and uncovers the origins and regional variations of the Mary Lwyd. So, you'll never forget the moment you first see a Mary Lwyd. She has lights or baubles for eyes.
Nice.
Her mane is made of colourful streamers or holly and ivy.
She has lights or baubles for eyes, so it's like Christmas. Like a couple of Christmas baubles.
Yeah, it's like something out of Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, it's not very much like a very, you know, like a Doctor Who episode. We just took what we had to hand, had to fashion what we could from it. British production values.
A white cloak falls from her skull, which is attached to a pole, which is held by a person inside it. They control the character's mischievous nature, often snapping their bony jaw at you.
Okay, this is cool. So this is how they do like a little.
It's the Welsh version of the Chinese New Year dragon thing,
yeah.
But obviously, like really, like not as
a bit different.
Yeah, not as big. But yeah, they actually having a look at some of the pictures. It is actually a dead horse's skull. Like it's not like a fabricated one. It's actually just a skull.
That saves down on engineering or production costs, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Use every bit of the animal.
Yeah, well, why not?
What does Mary Lwyd mean? The origin of Mary's names are, like the horse herself, deeply mysterious. One Welsh tradition of it, grey mare, connects it to the heritage of pale horses in Celtic and British mythology, many of whom can cross over to the underworld. Rhiannon in the Mabin Guion rode a white horse, for example.
Or someone fucked a horse.
The other translations for Mary Lwyd is Grey Mary. Some scholars have linked her to the legend connected to the nativity story. A pregnant horse sent out of the stables when Mary arrived to have Jesus. She spent dark days roaming the land trying to find somewhere to have a new foal. So they just kicked the pregnant horse out. Fucker. Mary fans believe the character to have come from pre-Christian pagan origins, which seems very likely.
Yeah, entirely possible.
This is impossible to prove, but there's definitely something timelessly terrifying about her. So what does Mary Lwyd do? Mary is taken around the village traditionally, often between Christmas Day and the 12th night. She is dressed with festive lights and decoration and is usually accompanied by an ostler. And in some regions, like the Swansea Valleys, other folk characters like jesters and a lady. This brings the tradition closer together with Mummers plays. Mummers
is a mummer is an actor, basically.
Okay, Mummers plays, a tradition of performance by the working class in the 18th century. I got confused because the Mumbles Hills are just outside Swansea. So that's
okay, yeah. No, it's like I can't remember. It's like a really old school word for like a mummer, is it? I think it means presumably it's similar etymology for murmur or something. It means to speak. Somebody who recites lines in a play, a mummer.
Okay.
There's something in Shakespeare like I'm not a mere mummer of words or something. I can't remember. But anyway, it's an really old-fashioned word for an actor who recites lines, sort of thing.
Oh, I should say that this is from Wales.com. So this is very official.
Getting the good source.
Yeah, even though I've already noticed some errors in the grammar. When? But it's second language, isn't it? Well, no, it's just very difficult when you're reading something out loud when the punctuation's incorrect. So
it wouldn't make any difference for us, don't worry.
I'm good at reading out loud. That's why I do it now. I'm trying to get some sweet voiceover work.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Well, I don't need luck. I've got skill.
Yeah.
You're just bitter. You're bitter. You're a bitter man. I can't wait to fucking get out of this place. Podcast will be finished. When the groups get to a house, they sing Welsh language songs or wassels, or more traditionally indulge in a ritual called pwynco, an exchange of rude rhymes with the person who lives there. Oh, it's like a battle rap.
Have you heard of flighting?
No. Fly tipping? I've heard of that.
Yeah, no. So this is literally like battle rap is something that was around in kind of like, I think it might have come originally from the Vikings, but they would literally just do rhymes over each other, and it's like, having a go at each other's facial features and
just insulting
objects and stuff. Yeah. It'd be like two poets of like, or whatever. It's amateur poets that just like it literally is very much like the.
Did they do breakdancing in the background?
I don't know that they did that.
Did they bring down some linoleum or whatever it is? Oh, okay. So battle rhyming's been around for ages.
Yeah, been around. It's an ancient sort of. I think it was the Vikings who brought it over originally, but it used to happen in sort of like Scotland and I think parts of Britain. Yeah, flighting they called it. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
There you go. Fun fact.
Yeah, it's fun. If the Mary and her gang get entry, the household is said to have good luck for the year. The Mary is well known to be mischievous, trying to steal things and chase people she likes. As she goes about her bidding.
Becoming increasingly horrified. There's half woman, half horses trying to stalk them. Was it a very rural area where they used to race horses and stuff? You kind of wonder if there's a bit of a, there's a personification of their kind of like livelihood or whatever.
Well, at the moment, it seems quite fun. So they'll like go, woo, and like chase someone with horses. A bit of fun. Yeah.
Like horrifying. We'll have our Event Horizon moment later on, presumably.
I'm not sure there is one.
I don't know. There is one. Well, maybe it's just going to be a light-hearted bit of fun. There we go. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Isn't that fun? So, where did the tradition begin? The first written record, the Mary Lwyd, is in J. Evans' book from 1800, a tour through part of North Wales. It's a good book title, isn't it, now?
Excellent. It used to be very literal in those days.
That's why it's called literature.
Yes.
Although the tradition is
to be fair, these days we use that word completely incorrectly, so swings and roundabouts.
I literally don't know what you mean, Neil.
Yeah, exactly.
Although the tradition is best known for its practice in Glamorgan and Gwent, it has similarities to other hooded animal customs in Britain, like the hoodening in Kent, the broad in the Cotswolds, and the old tup in Derbyshire.
Which, for all three of those. Yes.
Oh, never, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Which involve a group of poor people trying to find food and money in the harsh depths of the winter. Entertainment was their method, with a side portion of menace. The dead horse's skull appearing in shadow at your door. So poor people like doing a bit of entertainment, like putting on a little show to try and get
some carols. You can give us some money, or it can start getting a little bit nasty.
Very much like we're doing with this podcast, Neil. Just trying to get through the gas crisis.
We should get enough people in the door with low self-esteem that we can do a sort of Stockholm syndrome relationship, and then we'll get the Patreon running.
And here's a little aside by Vernon Watkins, who is from the Ballad of the Mary Lwyd. The living are defended by the rich warmth of the flames, which keeps that loneliness out, his poem goes. Terrified, they hear the dead tappings at the panes, then they rise up armed with the warmth of firelight. Not very good, is it now?
Well,
I don't really get a lot of poetry. I'm
not really qualified.
Yeah, I like most arts, but poetry I've never really got into.
I've not got broadly into it. I like bits and pieces. T.S. Eliot I studied, and that was quite good. There's bits and pieces I can get with John Donne, but yeah, a lot of it there's no meter or rhyme. Not everything has to rhyme either, but yeah. I like a bit of Shakespeare as well.
So, how did the tradition start to change? Welsh Methodists and other Christian nonconformists criticised the Mary Lwyd in the 19th century.
Too much fun.
Horses' heads banging at people's windows. Not spending enough time
thinking about Jesus. Sorry, not having this.
The Blaenau Gwent-based Baptist minister, Reverend William Roberts, called her sinful in his 1852 book, The Religion of the Dark Ages.
See, this is like when all these people move into near a venue in Brighton. We've complained about this before. This is happening at the Albert, actually. That garage, it's beside the Albert pub.
Yeah.
So this is a famous music venue in Brighton. And you can see it online. It's all these got really great murals outside.
Yeah, it's got Banksy on it.
We've played it several times.
Got Banksy
only
on it.
Anyone's played it. Yeah, got Banksy. He's got Banksy on the side of the teacups kissing. Was where it originally was. I think they replaced it with a fake one now. But anyway, whatever. And there was a sort of car garage next door, which they're going to sell to developers who almost inevitably they're going to build a flat right next door to where the drum riser is. So. Unfortunately, a lot of people are coming up and complaining about it, and the council are going to make a decision. I forget what my point was.
That this person is complaining about already existing traditions.
Yeah, pre-existing things that have already been there.
They can't shut the music down at the Albert. I mean, I say they can't. They will probably.
We've seen it. I would never have thought it'd happen to the Free Butt, to be honest with you, but been there since the 60s. But yeah, because basically what they'll say is, we're just going to do it so we can hire it out for residences like Airbnb and stuff like that. But then as soon as they're able to actually build some residential properties, they'll just flog it off for flats for commuters.
Yeah.
Somebody will find themselves in a bedroom next to a drum kit, complain, and then they'll shut. Yeah.
Dear. It's unbelievable, isn't it?
It is unbelievable.
Well, how can you do retrospective NIMBYism?
Well, this is the thing, is there is actually now a thing that's been brought in by the council where they say if there's pre-existing something that needs to be put in on that. We'll see how successful it is.
Well, what used to be Hector's house, which is now a Brewdog place, the reason why that had to sell was because Hector's house was a music venue. Like downstairs, it was like a well-known music venue, and someone bought a flat upstairs above it knowing that it was a music venue, and ended up complaining and getting it shut down so it couldn't be used as a music venue, and then Brewdog bought it, and now it's just a chain pub.
Yeah, and it's because they built, it's the developers, I believe, because they built the flats right next door, and all, you know, and they know there's going to be an issue there. And well, apparently Brewdog have bought those 2 flats as well. So if they ever do want to do music or anything, they just bought them.
Yeah, but I mean,
it was afford to do that kind of thing.
Yeah, but it was an independent.
Oh no, exactly.
Place.
Like
and again, it was another one which had been around forever, and you could go there and see bands playing stuff. Hey,
increasingly rare.
Yeah, well, let's
move down to Brighton because it's different and loads of stuff going on. Yeah,
and get it all shut down.
Good job.
Yeah, ruin everything. So, although he also transcribed 20 verses of Mary's performance, helping to disseminate the tradition.
So he's making coin out of it and complaining about it at the same time.
Yeah,
like typical. A property developer, yeah.
In the 1930s and 40s, Welsh folklorist Iorwerth Pete found the practice still alive in Cardiff, Bridgend, Neath and other parts of Glamorgan, despite fears that it was starting to die. Welsh poet Vernon Watkins even wrote... I've already read that. Why are you allowed
to walk around with a horse's head? It's a tradition. Folklore. Stupid English wouldn't know, and good luck to them, I say.
Only a few Mary processions were left by the 1960s, included in Pencoed near Bridgend and Penrich near Cardiff. But later that century, the Lantrescent Folk Club revived the tradition, as did a family near Maesteg, who still visits the Old House Inn in the village with their Mary today. 3 generations of landlords have now hosted them. So I think it's going to be one of those ones, because Welsh national identity is on the rise, isn't it?
I think good luck. Yeah,
don't bring it back.
Yeah. We should have their own traditions. Well, I mean, the thing is, because obviously you had a whole lot of suppression of Welsh language, Welsh culture. It's literally a shocking thing where they had a Welsh village which they just cleared out so they could flood it and create a reservoir for Liverpool.
Mm.
Pretty shocking stuff, really. But good luck to them. So they're obviously trying to bring back something that's traditional, has held on. But you get it. You get it in other areas as well. Like it's like Cornish identity, isn't it?
They're bringing back the Cornish language and that kind of thing. And Scotland some of Scotland wanting to leave the Union, etc. So other popular celebrations also happen in the new year at Chepstow after a break in 2020. Glenionan Chapel on a mountainside near Pontador, Lansoy in rural Monmouthshire. Dinas Mawdrey and at the London Welsh Centre. Marys are also popping up at local midwinter events, lantern festivals and wassels. Their baubles glowing in their eyes, a tradition shining with new life. So don't have nightmares, let yourself be taken in by the darkness and go with Mary Lwyd towards the light. Quite threatening in there.
Yeah, that was quite a weird one. I liked it. Do you know what? That's something we don't do enough of. Wassailing. Yeah, I don't know.
It's kind of like, is that singing or is it kind of like
I think it's a mixture of singing and drinking. I've got to look this up. I hope it is anyway. Maybe it's just singing.
So I'm just having a quick look at the Kent one, the hoodening. So let's have a look. There's quite a lot on this. So I'll just do... description from Wikipedia of the hoodening in Kent. Surviving sources testify to the fact that while there were some variations in the hoodening traditions, as it was practiced by different individuals in different parts of East Kent, it was nevertheless, on the whole, remarkably uniform. The hooden horse, which was at the centre of the tradition, was usually made out of a wooden horse's head affixed to a pole, about 4 feet long, with a hinged jaw that was moved by a string. So very similar.
Yeah, it's all a bit Rent-A-Ghost, though, isn't it?
Yeah, well, come on, man. What do you
want?
Nothing
wrong with that. No, I'm not having a go. I like Rent-A-Ghost as a kid.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't it?
I'm just going to have a look. So the Cotswolds one, the Broad, was a folk custom found in the Cotswold area during the 19th and early 20th century. Tradition entails the use of a hobby horse with a bull's head that is mounted to a pole and the individual carried by a sackcloth. So it seems to be quite a British thing, the weird horse, lad. So, yeah, I wonder where... I mean, in in sort of Celtic times, the horses would have been very prized, wouldn't they, I guess?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If you're sort of people who, you run around with horses and stuff, then it's, probably just, it becomes a sort of personification of that, I guess. And the old sailing is basically caroling, but with booze. So they go around with the cider producing regions in England, reciting incantations, and then they offer people a drink from the wassail bowl in exchange for gifts.
And the Old Tup, which is the one in Derbyshire, is similar. It uses hobby horse, but with a goat's head put on a hole, and then the person's under the sackcloth. So it seems like because they're quite far apart, those. Yeah. So Wales, Kent, which is right down south, and then Derby up the northeast. Yeah, the Cotswolds are fairly near Wales, I guess. But yeah,
a bit further north up, I suppose. But yeah, I think I'm not sure.
No, they're not. They're
not? Okay, yeah, my geography's terrible.
Sort of between Reading and Wales.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we went through them on the train when we went to that festival for about 10 minutes.
Right, that was a wet 3 days.
Yes, it was a wet, and yeah, won't go into it. So that's it. So people with animal horses' heads covered in a cloth going around.
Fun with animal skulls. There you go.
Funs with animal skulls.
It's a tradition, Mum.
That's what we do. That's what we do in our country.
That's why we play. Yeah. Well, you boil them down first, so they're nice and clean,
and you get some soup.
Yeah,
lovely, cool. All right, well,
nourishing head broth.
Speaking of soup, let's get some of that sif into our toilet wine to help get your teeth back on track. And
cheered me up.
I'm going to go stick some music on and chat to the drawings of the ladies. Boo boo.
I've got my eye on the one on the right.
Really?
Yeah.
That's just some mould that's grown.
Shut up.
Oh, sorry.
Don't neg my.
Yeah, whatever. I don't want to yuck your yum.
Yeah.
Hey man, whatever floats your boat, that's fine. There's plenty for all of us at Ladies' Night in the bunker. Boo boo.
Right, Niles Rogers.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Prince.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I'm a born out to get lucky.
Ho, ho, ho. See you tomorrow. Remember, don't drink and drive. Ho, 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 ho.